But the Holmes Corporation is really a combination of bringing their expertise in the instructional design piece, along with their marketing and their experience with different market channels, together, along with our education and our subject matter expertise and our future body of knowledge courses and other credentials that we may be rolling out. And we looked at this as a really strong potential for a great partnership long term. And the Holmes Corporation works with a number of different associations: the American Payroll Association, the Canadian Payroll Association, SHRM, maybe a number of you have heard of the SHRM Group, the Association for Operation Managers or Management. So they really have been working with associations for, what, 30, 35 years now? And we see this as really a partnership. It's not IFMA or Holmes. It's the IFMA education programs, the credential programs, and they're just assisting us in the process of bringing it to market. So what are the real benefits of working with a strategic partner such as the Holmes Corporation? And it's really to increase and raise the awareness brand of our credentials. They really focus on the credentialing programs. Grow membership. That is something that we all want to see increase over the years. And I think there's lots of opportunities to grow membership because of the statistical analysis that they can do, the marketing that they can bring to us, the opportunities that we will be able to tap into as an entire association that will benefit each and every one of us going forward. Enhanced member satisfaction. I know in this group, how many of you are currently offering our courses right now? The FMP courses? Okay. We really want to increase the interaction that we have with you, and we want to increase the interaction and the experience that we have with the individual student as well. And we want to raise the professionalism of what we offer and our materials and our look and our feel. And so I think this is really going to bring that to the table when we start, when you have some examples to show you what we're going to start, the materials are going to look like. Increase non-dues revenues. Well, if we can increase membership, there's many other opportunities that are available to increase the non-dues revenue. I think this is key, is extend, enhance, grow our leadership in the credentialing business for the FMP and really stake our ground, put our stake in the ground as a leader for the FMP, the CFM, and eventually our new credential that will be coming out. And then I think this is key, is getting the content updated on a more regular basis. And this is, I know it's been true to the heart of some folks, and this is something that we're very adamant about. We have been hearing the chapters coming back to us saying, when are you going to make these updates? When are we going to have, you know, updated graphs and research? And this is where that opportunity is going to come. So I think you're going to see a direct result of a great partnership and our ability and capabilities of maintaining those updates as needed. So, what's the program going to look like? Well, this is kind of the exciting part. Right in front of me. It's kind of where our look and feel is starting to come together. So this is just kind of a quick example of where some of the graphics are starting to come to play. We will have, as we do now, we have a self-study portion or self-study option, and we have the instructor-led option. The self-study is going to roll out a few months before the instructor-led. So the self-study will be prior to World Workplace. The target date is approximately mid-September. And then the instructor-led piece will roll out, target date is January, right after the holidays. And everybody, regardless if they do self-study, they do instructor-led, everybody is going to get the materials as well as access to online resources. And I'm going to go over what those access to online resources will be in a moment. Everybody is going to get the essentials of FM. So when they get logged on to the online resources, they're also going to have an essentials of FM piece that is basically going to replace the Business of FM course. There's going to be final assessments, and then once you complete those assessments, they will still have to fill out the application, and then the application will be processed through our credentialing department, because all credentials have to still be approved by our credential department according to the credentialing standards. So we still have to actually evaluate the success of each individual before we can grant the credential. The next slide kind of gives you an idea of, oops, oh sorry, I see what we did. We went one, sorry. These are the 4 courses that make up the FNP, the new FNP program. Oh, sorry. And I'll have a handout takeaway for you that kind of outlines some of this for you as well at the end. But it's going to be Finance and Business Essentials, Leadership and Strategy Essentials, Operations and Maintenance and Project Management. There will be approximately 800 pages in content. So we try to consolidate the content as much as possible, but there's still going to be a lot of content. Without a doubt, you know, we have a love for O&M, so O&M is clearly going to be the bigger book. We understand that there's a lot of information in here, but between the instructor-led and the opportunity to do some self-study exercises, there's a lot of content that they can actually cover. Okay, so what are the online resources that will be available? Like I mentioned just a few minutes ago, we'll have the Essentials of FM. There are going to be pre-tests. So let's say an instructor is going to teach the course for you, and they want to know where their existing students may be, where their strengths or weaknesses in the material. They'll be actually able to take these pre-tests, and then the instructor will be able to go in, look at the ratings of those students. Some may be strong in one area, weak in another, and they can actually adapt their course content and delivery to certain areas that may be weak for that group of students. There will be various quizzes that the students can have access to. There are going to be case studies. There are going to be e-flashcards. There's going to be, they get progress reports. I think the big thing that's going to be interesting is actually this resource center. Because when you teach a class, or when you have a student who goes through the materials and they're looking, saying, locate your local standards. Because you can't get into specific standards or specific local issues that may occur. And we know from a global standpoint that's a real challenge. So what we're going to do is have a resource center. So if a student says, well, I'd like to kind of know what might be available either in A, in our area, or B, I might be able to compare to something else out there, we'll have a resource center where they can go in and look up some of this information, not only by potentially state, by region, by country. Now that resource center is going to start off fairly small because we're going to have to collect this information over time. But if you're taking the course, or you have someone that's taking the course and they bring that up to you that they have the potential for a resource, let us know. We'll also have a link in that area saying if you have a resource or something, it might be good to put in the center, email us, and we'll put the link right there, and they can contact us and we can add it to the resource center. So the whole goal is to bring as much valuable information to the individual user and the student while they're taking the course. And that our hope is that that's going to help from a global standpoint, is that here's the base of what you need to cover, but we also know that there are some extra things, local things that we should add on to that you may need to do as an instructor in a local region. Okay, next slide. So, chapter opportunities. Now I know why you're all here. Here's chapter opportunity. Why do you want to get involved? And how can you get involved? I think you've heard over the last couple of days, why we all want to get involved. We want to, advance the profession. We want to consistently stay upbeat and on top of all the changes that are occurring in the profession. We want to promote membership. And education has always been on the top of agenda, not only for IFMA headquarters as well as our chapters, but we're really the leaders, and we want to stay the leaders.